When wiring a wet niche fixture, the cord supplying power must be terminated in an approved deck box. The maximum distance the deck box can be located from the niche is 4 feet. Potting compound must be used in the deck box if the cord is not terminated in a watertight connector. The purpose of the deck box is to provide a safe and accessible location for making electrical connections to the wet niche lighting fixture. It is typically located near the pool or spa, but outside of the water. The deck box serves as an enclosure to protect the electrical connections from moisture corrosion and physical damage. It helps to ensure the integrity and safety of the electrical system. The requirement for potting compound is to provide an additional layer of protection against moisture and corrosion within the deck box. If a watertight connector is not used to terminate the cord, potting compound fills the voids and seals the connections, preventing water from entering the enclosure and causing damage or electrical hazards. 4-foot distance limitation is intended to minimize the length of the cord running from the niche to the deck box. This helps to reduce the risk of voltage drop, physical damage, and potential electrical hazards. It is important to adhere to this requirement to ensure the safe and reliable operation of the wet niche lighting fixture. In summary, when installing a wet niche lighting fixture, the cord must be terminated in an approved deck box located within 4 feet of the niche. Potting compound is required if a watertight connector is not used. These requirements are put in place for safety and reliability. Failure to meet these can lead to electrical shock hazards or failure. It's important to consult with a qualified electrician and adhere to all applicable codes and regulations when working with electrical systems, particularly in wet environments such as swimming pools and spas. This includes understanding the National Electrical Code or NEC requirements for swimming pool installations. These codes are developed to minimize electrical hazards and ensure the safety of people using the pool. Article 680 of the NEC covers electrical safety requirements for swimming pools, spas, hot tubs, and other similar installations. This article provides detailed guidance on bonding, grounding, wiring methods, and equipment requirements to prevent electric shock hazards. Grounding and bonding are essential safety measures that help to equalize the electrical potential in and around the pool, reducing the risk of electric shock. Grounding involves connecting non-current carrying metal parts of electrical equipment to the earth, providing a path for fault current to flow back to the source and trip a circuit breaker. Bonding involves connecting all metal parts of the pool structure, including the reinforcing steel, metal fittings, and equipment, to create an electrically continuous path. This helps to minimize voltage differences and prevent electric shock hazards. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are required for most electrical circuits serving swimming pools and spas. GFCIs are designed to detect even small amounts of current leakage to ground and quickly shut off the power, preventing electric shock. GFCIs are typically installed in the panel board or at the receptacle to provide protection for the electrical circuit. Wiring methods for swimming pool installations must be suitable for wet environments and protected from physical damage. Conduit, such as rigid metal conduit or PVC conduit, is often used to enclose and protect electrical wiring. The conduit must be properly supported and installed to prevent water from entering and damaging the wiring. Electrical equipment used in swimming pool installations must be listed and labeled for use in wet locations. This includes lighting fixtures, pumps, heaters, and other equipment. The equipment must be designed to withstand the corrosive effects of pool chemicals and moisture. The NEC provides specific requirements for the location and installation of electrical equipment near swimming pools and spas. The electrical equipment must be located at least a certain distance from the water's edge to prevent accidental contact and reduce the risk of electric shock. For example, receptacles must be located at least 10 feet from the inside wall of the pool, and lighting fixtures must be located at least 12 feet above the maximum water level. Inspections are an important part of ensuring the safety of swimming pool electrical installations. A qualified electrical inspector will review the installation to verify that it complies with all applicable codes and regulations. Any deficiencies or safety hazards must be corrected before the pool is put into use. Regular maintenance is also essential to maintain the safety of swimming pool electrical systems. This includes inspecting wiring, equipment, and GFCIs to ensure that they are in good working condition. Any damaged or defective equipment must be repaired or replaced promptly. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for the proper operation and maintenance of electrical equipment used in swimming pools and spas. This includes cleaning and lubricating equipment as needed and replacing worn or damaged parts. Remember that electrical work should be performed by qualified electricians who are familiar with the NEC and local codes. Improperly installed or maintained electrical systems can create serious safety hazards. Always disconnect power before working on electrical equipment and use appropriate safety gear such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. By following these electrical safety guidelines, you can help to prevent electric shock hazards and ensure the safe enjoyment of your swimming pool or spa. In addition to the specific requirements mentioned, it is also important to consider general electrical safety practices when working with or around swimming pools and spas. Never use electrical appliances or equipment near the water, and keep all electrical cords and devices away from the pool's edge. Avoid swimming during thunderstorms or when lightning is present, as lightning can strike the water and cause electric shock. If you notice any signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, unusual noises, or a tingling sensation when touching metal parts, immediately turn off the power and contact a qualified electrician. Educate yourself and others about electrical safety around swimming pools and spas. Post warning signs and provide instructions on how to respond in case of an emergency. By taking these precautions, you can help to create a safe environment for everyone to enjoy the water. Beyond the topics of deck boxes, wiring, and potting compound, the safety of underwater lighting relies heavily on proper grounding and bonding techniques. Grounding ensures that non-current carrying metal parts are connected to the earth, providing a path for fault current in the event of an electrical issue. Bonding connects all metallic components of the pool structure, creating an electrically continuous path to minimize voltage differences. These practices significantly reduce the risk of electric shock for anyone in or around the pool. Regular inspections of underwater lighting are also critical. Check for any signs of damage such as cracks, leaks, or corrosion. Ensure that the lights are securely mounted and that the wiring is properly insulated. If you notice any problems, contact a qualified electrician immediately to make repairs. The standards and codes surrounding underwater lighting are designed to protect swimmers and pool users from electrical hazards. Adhering to these regulations is not just a matter of compliance, it's a matter of safety. Familiarize yourself with the specific requirements in your area and ensure that all installations and repairs are carried out by licensed professionals. Another crucial aspect of maintaining safe underwater lighting is understanding the role of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. GFCIs are designed to detect even minor electrical imbalances that could indicate a ground fault. In the event of such a fault, the GFCI will quickly trip the circuit, cutting off power and preventing potentially fatal electric shocks. GFCIs should be tested regularly to ensure they are functioning correctly. Most GFCIs have a test button that allows you to simulate a ground fault and verify that the device trips as expected. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for testing and reset procedures. While GFCIs provide an important layer of protection, they are not a substitute for proper grounding, bonding, and other safety measures. GFCIs should be used in conjunction with these other safeguards to provide comprehensive electrical safety. When it comes to selecting underwater lighting fixtures, it's important to choose products that are specifically designed and listed for underwater use. These fixtures are constructed with materials that can withstand the corrosive effects of pool chemicals and the constant immersion in water. Look for fixtures that have been tested and certified by a recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories or all. This certification indicates that the fixture meets stringent safety standards. In addition to selecting the right fixtures, it's also important to install them correctly. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and ensure that all wiring connections are properly sealed and protected from moisture. Consider hiring a qualified electrician to handle the installation, especially if you are not comfortable working with electrical systems. Furthermore, the placement of underwater lights can also impact safety. Lights should be positioned in such a way that they provide adequate illumination without creating glare or blind spots. Avoid placing lights directly in the line of sight of swimmers, as this can be disorienting and potentially dangerous. Regularly inspect the area around the pool for any potential hazards, such as damaged wiring, loose connections, or exposed metal parts. Address any issues promptly to prevent accidents. Trimming trees and shrubs around the pool can also help to prevent electrical hazards. Overhanging branches can come into contact with power lines and create a dangerous situation. It's also important to keep electrical equipment, such as extension cords and power tools, away from the pool area. Never use electrical devices while standing in or near the water. Educate children about the dangers of electricity and teach them to stay away from electrical equipment near the pool. Emphasize the importance of never touching anything electrical while wet. Pool owners should also be aware of the potential for stray voltage in the water. Stray voltage is a low-level electrical current that can sometimes be present in swimming pools and other bodies of water. While the levels are typically low, stray voltage can cause tingling sensations or even more serious shocks. If you suspect that there may be stray voltage in your pool, contact a qualified electrician immediately to investigate and resolve the issue. There are several steps that can be taken to prevent stray voltage in swimming pools. These include ensuring proper grounding and bonding of all electrical equipment, using corrosion-resistant materials, and regularly inspecting the electrical system for any signs of damage or deterioration. It's also important to be aware of the potential for electrical hazards associated with pool equipment, such as pumps, filters, and heaters. These devices should be properly grounded and protected by GFCIs. Regularly inspect the equipment for any signs of damage or wear, and have it serviced by a qualified technician as needed. When it comes to maintaining the safety of underwater lighting, there is no substitute for vigilance and attention to detail. By following the guidelines outlined and taking proactive steps to prevent electrical hazards, pool owners can help to ensure that their swimming pools are safe and enjoyable for everyone. In addition to the points already discussed, it's worth reiterating the importance of using only qualified and licensed electricians for any electrical work related to swimming pools. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's essential to have the expertise and experience to perform it safely and correctly. A qualified electrician will be familiar with the NEC and local codes, and will be able to ensure that all work is done in compliance with these regulations. They will also have the necessary tools and equipment to perform the work safely and efficiently. Before hiring an electrician, be sure to check their credentials and references. Ask about their experience with swimming pool electrical systems and ensure that they are properly licensed and insured. Don't be afraid to ask questions and discuss your concerns. A reputable electrician will be happy to answer your questions and explain the work that needs to be done. Once the electrical work is completed, be sure to obtain a certificate of compliance or other documentation from the electrician. This will provide proof that the work was done in accordance with applicable codes and regulations. Keep this documentation in a safe place for future reference.